Hey everybody, I'm going to take the Heritage 73 Junior 500 series apart. This video isn't going to show the symptom. It's going to actually, I'm just going to open it up and show the part that I think is bad so that I can maybe get some help diagnosing this. So let's just try to, I got a new tripod here that I'm still getting used to. So let's see if we can zoom in here. We'll pull this guy out. I'll just describe the symptom is that when you put a mic in and you come up past, say here. Oh, I just dropped that screw. That's gonna suck. It starts to go like it's like a real bad hard clipping distortion, like not in any sort of neve pleasing way. Um, it's definitely a big problem, like a super hard clipping. Um, I'm on a couple forums now asking for help from some electronic people. So that's why I'm making this video. And I'm also, I've reached out to Heritage Audio to see if they can help me as well. So in terms of selling me parts. So that's what we're doing here today is I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to point at where I think the problem is. So bear with me. This is a new tripod off of Amazon. So I am just getting used to this thing. We adjust this like this. All right, that'll work. Something like that. Okay. Pull up a chair. So there are two daughter boards. Well, there's four actually, but there's two that I suspect the problem could be in. So, again, this video will not show the symptom. It just allows me to pull the daughter boards out and point at them. Pull this out. Be careful with the screws. My Pomeranian will come and eat them. And I won't get them back for a few days. And there's these little washers. It's also a decent video just if you want to see what's in one of these bad boys. I'm going to get a static bag really quick. So just because I'm a few feet away doesn't mean you need to click the YouTube video off. All right. Get a static bag going here. So, yeah. I mean, I can kind of talk about what I think's going on in this circuit. I studied the 1073 schematics recently. Problem with a lot of the schematics, which are easy to find on the internet, is that they include the EQ. And so those schematics are far more complicated than what's going on here because this doesn't have EQ on it on the Heritage 73 Junior. And this is the first generation, by the way. This is not the second one, which it's interesting that Heritage went with a second one. It makes me think that there was something to improve. But if you're cloning the Neve 1073 from, the early 60s or late 60s, 70s, what was the improvement? You know what I mean? Like that just means that let's be honest, it means Heritage Audio knew there was a problem with how they did it. Because if you're emulating something that's 40, 50 years old, and then you make an improvement on your emulation, that means there was something wrong with your take on it. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Maybe this is a known issue, but also in the yeah. So the schematic just didn't translate because the 1073 schematics that I studied, there was EQ, so it just makes it far more complicated. But here's these daughter boards: 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's this one. I honestly think it's this one right here. Now, I don't know if that guy on Reverb that bought this from me used a lame excuse to send it back. I don't know if he maybe swapped this out on me or if I legitimately blew this, but I'm like, how? How did I blow this? So anyway, let's take a look at one of these guys. Pulls right out like super easy. The camera will focus on that or not, but I don't know what that is. That's obviously a resistor, capacitor. I don't know what that is. Transistor, capacitor, resistor, capacitor, transistor, resistor, capacitor, resistor, capacitor. So quite a few little components here to chase after. And, you know, problem being is I don't know what that one is. I know when I looked up Google, like images of this component was like here, 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 here. There's like 4 of them across this and this. So maybe I was looking at a version 2. So that makes me think, well, I don't know. Is that a diode? I don't know. Let's see if we can zoom right up on that bad boy. Come on, camera, don't fail me now. Yeah, you stupid camera. You're not going to do... Oh. What is that thing? 1000 U. So is that a capacitor? Is that like the farads? I'll have to look at this video after and see what I'm seeing. But, and I mean, it doesn't smell like, I don't smell anything burnt. Anybody see any shorts or anything? But I suspect this board's my problem. And if not this, then it's, you know, beyond that, you know, something a little bit deeper. Get a couple resistors down here. Capacitor. So then here's the other daughter board. I think that this one, here's my theory. I could be wrong. I think this one is for the microphone side of the preamp, and I think that this one is for the line and the DI side of the preamp. And I think it's something akin to an op amp that you would find in like APIs. API has those op amps. I think it's like that, although the op amps are far more complicated. So here's the one on the DI side, and I'm gonna have to plug this in again and check, but the oh, you know what? I'm stupid. See, it says C26, so it tells you that's capacitor. I don't know what that's gonna say under there. See if the camera can read this bad boy. What is that thing? I'm not familiar with that thing. What is it? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I'm not familiar with this package here. But you know, so yeah, I'm stupid. I can just like look. Come on, camera, focus. Focus, you piece of shit. Okay, so that's a capacitor. Capacitor 26. So that's a cap. Yeah, I'm stupid. I could have just been looking at the labeling on the PCB. But anyway, so I think this one's for the DI and the line. And I'm going to have to turn it on again, but I think this one's working okay. In which case I could just like pop it into the preamp spot and then the preamp should work okay. So I need to do that. And that'll prove or disprove whether I'm having a board issue. And then yeah, there are these other, I don't really want to pull that one out. There's 2 other daughter boards here. If that's a capacitor too, like I'm just not familiar with those capacitors. I've never used them. I always use these other water tower barrel guys like that. But you know, I wish when electronics went bad, I wish they would, you know, smoke and stink and smell and, you know, but they just don't always, right? You don't always get a telltale sign that something's wrong. I hope it's not this guy, but I don't think it is, because I think my DI right now, my DI and line sign, I think it's working okay. It's just quiet, but the mic preamp side is definitely not working. So what I'm going to do for funsies is I'm going to put the one that I know is in the top. I'm going to put it in the bottom. And I'm going to put the one that I know is in the bottom, and I'm going to put it in the top. Because I think you can interchange them. And make real sure you get your pins right there. They're fairly flimsy. You'd think there'd be maybe some other catch, but let's just take a look at this guy again. What does that say there? Issue 2. Does this one say issue 2? Issue 2. They're both issue 2. So if that reverb punk scammed me, then you know, I'll have no way of knowing. C26. C26. So radically different capacitors. But that could be the case, maybe. You know, if one is for the mic preamp and the other one's for the line, the DI and the line, maybe it's on purpose. But all right, so I know this guy's in the top, so I know this guy's in the bottom, so I'll put him on the top. In you go. I know this guy was in the top, so I'll put him in the bottom. What I'm going to do... So what's my theory? My theory is the mic might work, and the line might do the fart noise instead. So, just my little tripod here, and we'll put this back in. We'll get a view of a very exciting view of the 500 rack. Alright, so here we go. I don't know if you've ever put anything in a 500 rack before, but it's not very guided. You have to just catch it just right. Got it. It's by some miracle. Let's fire this thing up. And that's interesting that my rack's not firing up. I'll have to go behind. I just put this desk back together. So... bear with me, everybody. I'm trying to figure out why this rack. Oh, I know why. There's one more power bar in my desk I have to fire up. Oh, over here. Click. Okay, here it comes. I'm just going to give the Midas 500 series rack a moment here, and then I'll hit the Phantom. The Phantom tells me, you know, this is working. So what's my hypothesis here is that I think I've put the bad daughter board on the bass, and I think I've put the good daughter board on the mic. So I've swapped them. I think that's my hypothesis. So what we're going to do real quick here, I'm going to go down to off, and I'm going to line my bass in. I just need to rig this up. I'm going to use the Model 24 to do this little test. So up we go. Don't mind this little tripod from Amazon. It's not too bad. So patch panel, tell me where we're at. Let me go get a patch cable from behind me here. Should have had some of this stuff a little more organized before I press play. All right, the way I got my patch panel organized is I count 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know they start at 10, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And out is the orange. And I will come back into, I don't know, channel 6. And we're going to make that live, and we're going to go to Unity Gain, and we're going to come up to here, and we're going to bring the master up. So basically, I think anything that goes through that preamp right now is going to come through. So we will go ahead and DI in a bass like so. And it's not a high Z, it's a low Z. Or it's not a low Z, it's a high Z, so I'm not going to press the low Z button. I'll just get this bass guitar going here. And let's see what we get. Okay, nothing yet, but we don't expect anything. Let's go back. Here we go. Interesting, it's working. I'm actually going to just turn this fader down a little bit. This fader here. So I've got the daughter board that I thought was bad in the DI line spot. Let's give her a little juice. It's actually working and it sounds good. Again. Went quiet on me. Yeah, maybe that's because when you go down, you get volume. So your hypothesis so far is wrong. So what is happening to me here? This is weird that my hypothesis is exactly wrong. So I guess we dump the bass off and we get a microphone going. Wouldn't it be crazy if this just started working? That's not good if it does, because it either means I'm going insane or we've got an intermittent part. So let me go get a microphone cable, which we will grab here. So how this is going to work is I have to go to the back. I got to put my XLR in. So I will go, and that's again 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's spot 4. Which we'll find back here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is that? Sorry everybody for taking so long. Okay, so I should have a SM57 here. Go to the mic side. Yeah, you know why? No, I don't know why actually. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my flashlight back there. Again, count 1, 2, 3, 4. I've obviously done something wrong. That's the ends. The mic goes in, and it is spot 4. 2, 3, 4. Is it because? Oh, I know. I'm not smart sometimes. It's because I still have this cable in. I gotta undo this. Ooh, there we go. Now we got this. Is this thing just working now? Like, what the hell? After all my accusations of the guy that I reverb from, I'm still right to accuse the guy, though. The story was weird that he couldn't run this because he didn't have a rack. Hello, 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 hello. I don't know. That sounds weird. Hello, hello, hello. Now that's noisy as hell. Hello, hello, hello. It's not farting like it usually does, but it's noisy as hell. There's still something wrong. Let's see what we got here. No. Okay, so swapping them, it's a little better, but this is still noisy as hell. But how is it that the board I thought was bad in the lower spot and the DI works okay? Yeah, no, this is not right. So while I'm sitting right here, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna let the power drain out. The Midas takes a little while to drain the power out, as you can see from this. Come on, baby. All right, yank. And now, so I lied. This video is gonna have the symptoms in it too. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna go like this. There should have been a better guide in there. Anyway. Oh, that got it. Why is the phantom power on? Oh, because I hit it. Okay. I'm just gonna give this thing a few minutes because the capacitor's got to charge up. Hurry up, hurry up. So, all right, let's test the microphone. Hello, hello, and I can already hear. Hello, oh, there it is. Hello, 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 hello. So you can tell already swapping those two daughter boards around like I just did. The one is completely unusable in the mic preposition. And so where does that leave us with the DI? Well, let's try it out. Go like this. We'll grab the bass. Plug the bass in. So my hypothesis wasn't right, but we definitely got a problem here. So let's give me some bass action here. What? And now it doesn't even work? It knows it's there. It's super quiet. So So we've lost all the gain. So something's wrong. Something's wrong with them two boards. One of them two boards. So yeah, I guess this is the tour of the thing and the symptoms. I was gonna do two different videos. Let me shut this rack off. Let it drain out. Takes a little while. So I don't know. I don't know what to do from here. Heritage in Spain is saying that they're gonna look and see if they can build me those daughter boards. I'm like, oh man, that sounds expensive. Like, don't you have parts for support? And then they sent me to Rad Distribution in the States, and then Rad pawned me off to some other distributor, and they just won't get back to me. So it's just like, well, one thing we know for sure is I will never, ever buy a piece of Heritage audio gear again, which is too bad because they come out with a grandchild, the Fairchild 660 clone, and I wanted one, even though they're expensive as hell. But if this is the janky quality that Heritage does, then, I'm out. Unless they can, either help me troubleshoot or get me some parts, because that Rad Distribution group has led me down a dead end. But so anyway, thanks for watching. If you watched this far, but like, what could it be about this guy? I don't have an inline capacitor tester. I suppose I could invest in one, but I do have a desoldering station, so I could blow all these components right off this PCB, no problem. I could blow them all right off. That's not a problem. And I could solder them back on. But like, what is it here? Is it this guy that I don't know about? This mystery gray package that I don't understand? I've just never dealt with one of them before. Oh, there's nothing on there. Is there? Does it say anything? No, not there. What about this side? Oh, that one says something. Isn't that interesting? What are you? Stupid thing. I'll have to try to look that bad boy up. But I mean, I could blow that off the board, put another one of them on, see? But I could blow all the components off the board and, test them. Now that I know that guy's a cap. Like I said in the picture I sent on Google today, though, it was a picture of a Heritage Audio Junior 73 500. And I don't know if it's a 1 or a 2. But like, both the daughter boards, it was like 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they all look like this weird alien dude right here, which I'm just not familiar with. Apparently it's a cap, so says this. But anyway, thanks for, oh, it must have been the 2, because I'm noticing here too, I got a red wire and a black wire. On the video, or the picture I seen earlier, it was like several wires out the top. So I don't really know. It was definitely a version 2 then that I was watching, but I guess my concern is like, what if it's a deeper thing, or what if it's this there's an adjustment here? What does that do? I don't know. And like, there's no service manual. I've reached out to Heritage, and they're kind of helping me, but it's just a pooched unit, right? Like, I can't. Did it get damaged in shipping? Did the reverb guy do the switcheroo? Like, what? Like, why do I have a pooch thing that cost me $1,400 and I've used it for an hour or 2 in my life? Something's wrong here with the Heritage audio quality. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching.